Hey guys, welcome to a review of our fifth session. First of all, I forgot to show you the casualties of the previous wars in the previous review. Just kinda interesting, I thought, and here you go. So first of all, Austro-Hungarian conquest of Venetia, that is the huge war between everyone basically. So it was Austria, all Japan didn't really take any losses, Belgium, Turkey, or actually Ottoman Empire, Germany, and Scandinavia. Miners are AI, so they had 2 million casualties. It's pretty much the equal to Italy, Russia, France. So basically, I think we actually took some more losses, even though we won the war. If the war continued, I think we would destroy them. But so far, this seems like an even count, but consider that they had more countries in the war, so we actually took more losses per country, and well, that's it. So the biggest battle of the war was in Dunkirk, Germany attacking France. Germany won that war, the battle actually. It's kind of even losses actually. So 1800, actually 180,000 against 190,000. It's kind of even battle. So 2 millions on each side, and to comparison, I want to show you conquest of Serbia. So in this war, Austria attacked Serbia. I joined on the Serbian side and tried to defend them, also getting South Tyrol in the end, winning the war. So Austria lost more than 1.5 million in that war. We lost 1 million, but I think it was worth it really. Again, more casualties per country on our side because they have Scandinavia, Ottomans, and Austria. Portugal didn't really fought in that war. So it's kind of even. I think they obviously lost more than we did, than I did, but still, per country it's almost the same. So let me show you the Battle of Udine. This one is crazy. So they had 1.6 hundred thousand in that battle. Had almost equal, a bit less. They lost 1 million soldiers in that battle. I lost only slightly over 500,000. I think that battle was very well for me, and can't really say why I didn't lose it. As you can see, they only had artillery, hussars, and infantry. They had basically every unit possible. Guards didn't really make anything because there were too few of them. Hussars, infantry, where's their artillery? So they had more artillery, but I think I just rotated better, so my artillery was more effective. Cuirassiers didn't really make any difference. There we go. Time to switch to Victoria, I guess. Yeah, there we go. So the current situation in the world is, again, there is a war between UK and USA. UK is trying to get Caribbean islands. Actually Jamaica, which has crazy population due to land liberty labor. It's not going that well for UK actually. As even though Japan is on their side, they are winning the war, but I think USA has a pretty decent chance of coming back here. And if they do, then Japan and UK will lose a lot of prestige because they had all of those war goals. And also, I think USA will be in a very strong position after that war, if they manage to win it. I don't know what the war plans are these, but whatever. So I think it's quite close. Both sides, UK and USA, want me to join on their side. I don't think that's a good idea for me, especially since I'm engaged into another war. There is Colombia, Brazil, what's this? Oh, rebels in Argentina, okay. So they're kind of on the fence now, but judging by their mobilization, I think they might be joining UK soon, which will be interesting. USA is also mobilized. I don't know why. I think there was no need for that. Perhaps they were scared of the British army invading USA mainland, but I don't think that was really a possibility at any point. So this is kind of a stalemate. It's going to remain as a stalemate for at least 1 year, and then things might erupt or the war might just end, depending on what USA decides to do. In Asia, Austria is getting really strong because if they get the Cochin China and Persian Laos, I think they will have like a fortress here, and that will be very hard to invade. I'm gonna leave that to Japan. I don't think I have any interest in going there, even though those are some really nice resources. Tropical wood that will turn into rubber, so not sure. I think I'll just leave it to Japan. If they decide to attack Austria, even though they seem to be friendly with them at the moment. British India India actually didn't happen. Germany decided to white peace. I'm not entirely sure what were the parts of that deal, but apparently there seems to be a collision between UK, Germany, Austria, and I believe Belgium might be around there. But we'll see. In the Africa, Portuguese Kingdom of North Angola, I'm not sure what that is about. Portuguese player was really pissed because everyone started attacking him for Africa and then he just released it. It's kinda against the rules, but I guess I'll just reintegrate it into Portugal if I have time. Although the session starts in 2 hours. Yeah, I don't think I'll have time. There are also some other edits that need to be done. We'll see. So, back to Europe again. Quite interesting wars. We have, first of all, Italian War of Serb Freedom, trying to liberate Serbia and get Albania. And there is also Persian colonial conquest of Najd, quite terrible one, but okay. So the idea of these wars was, well, I wanted to get Serbia and Albania so I can later on progress into Romania and get that oil. But I needed the distraction, so I needed what? Oh, okay, there we go. Russian troops disappeared for a moment. I needed a distraction with Russia attacking Germany, maybe. Well, actually, it's not a secret that Russia intended to attack Germany anyway, just that the timing didn't really suit them. They tried to avoid it, but I kinda assisted in attacking them. I think it was actually decent timing because no one else can engage into this war. I'm gonna talk about the war as one because really it is, even though I heard Kaku thought that I was actually aiming to attack him. Not true. I had no interest in attacking Austria really. I was mainly aiming for Albania because it has oil later, and at the moment I don't have any other source of oil, so I need to get it. The war didn't really went too well for me. I decided to attack Greece first, instead of just going into Albania, crossing from, what's this? Puglia. So that would have been a better choice. That's kind of a mistake, but still, I guess it's going well at the moment. But if any of the countries decide to actually join on the other side, it will be a huge imbalance. So what happened in the session was that I attacked Ottomans, and then everyone else was confused. I told Germany, actually France and Russia, to mobilize, because I had deals with Russia to attack Germany. And I didn't want any of them in my war against Ottomans, because I figured, well, either Germany and Austria will join my war and try to defend Ottomans, at which point if Russia and France would like to join me, the amount of war score that we would need to add would be way too much for everyone to get something, so it was better to go into 2 separate wars. And that's actually exactly, that worked exactly as planned. Like, at first Austria and Germany didn't join Ottomans, and after some time Persia, actually it should have been Russia to declare war on Germany, but Persia declared war on Ottomans, also kind of a plan. And at which point Germany and Austria, I think, joined against Persia, and then Russia decided to join Persia. Now, what happened later on during the war is that I got Greece fairly easily, but then it really wasted a lot of time in conquering Greece instead of just getting more troops here. Also, the troops that I had stationed for invasion of Ottomans were kinda inexperienced, because I was actually fearing that Austria might join war right away, and with German help they might have been able to push through Venice and South Tyrol, but that didn't happen. So I had all of the experienced brigades in northern Italy. So it's kind of a mistake, I guess, but again, I think it's okay. It's mostly that I didn't have the initial advantage against Ottomans. Meanwhile, as soon as Russia joined the war, Germany started attacking them, and it seems like Russian organization wasn't great. They lacked some artillery, and some of the important stacks got surrounded and stacked wiped. It's another great thing. Also, they got pushed really far back. It doesn't seem like these territories are too interesting for Germany to keep them, but Germany now has a great line there, and it's really hard to push into Germany. France has a lot of troops, but they're worried about Belgium joining the war and then being surrounded, but I think they should just push, or even just declare a separate war on Belgium and destroy them, so prevent them from joining the war on German side. I think that would be a great choice. We'll see though. The other solution is for France to keep reinforcing my front like they did here, but it's gonna take a lot of time, so I think the better choice is just to push into Belgium and Germany. The other parts of the world, we also have Spain, which is kind of allied with everyone, and it's rather unclear who are they going to join and if they are going to join anyone. So there is Spain, there is also Scandinavia, which decided to declare neutrality. I think that's a smart choice, even though they might benefit from joining the war late once they see who the winning side is. But I don't think they would actually be able to get too much, so it's probably the best choice just to remain neutral. We also have Netherlands, and I'm not sure if TJ is going to continue playing it, mostly because of the work. So we might have a new Netherlands player, and Netherlands might decide to join us. If they do decide to join us, that would be a huge deal, because then France could just destroy Belgium, go into Netherlands, and then invade Germany from here. The invasion isn't a thing, but if Germany has to move these armies to their western front to keep that sealed, that's a huge offload for Russia, and perhaps they will even have to move these guys to the western front just to keep the line there. Also, at the very moment, I have a chance of finishing the war against Ottomans quickly. Now, that might not be a best decision. If I start winning a war against Ottomans, I need to make sure I fight Austrians as much as I can, because once I'm done with that war, if I peace out too quickly, there is a high possibility of Ottomans just giving me what I want and then continue fighting Russia. And at that point, Austria can just move all of their troops from my border to Russian border and start attacking them, and then Russia and France would probably lose. Don't think that's the best trade, so I need to slow down this war. Pretend like I'm losing, even though I'm actually not doing that badly. I think the problem is I can't add much more. I already have Serbia and Albania, and that costs, let me see, it's around 60 or maybe 70. 62, okay, so I could add something more. My infamy is quite low, so there is also that. The other thing I could do is release Bulgaria, but No, I don't think. Actually, that would cost too much probably. So can't do that. What I wanted to do is to cut them off from Austria, cut Ottomans from Austria. At that point, they wouldn't be able to reinforce any of the fronts. Basically, they would have to go for these mountains, and that's basically suicide. The good thing about this war is that through all the war, I blockaded Sea of Marmara and Dardanelles, so they couldn't, Ottomans couldn't reinforce the Europe. Most of their mobilization troops come from Asian part of Ottoman Empire, and since that is blockaded, they can't move their troops to Europe. So if they lose troops in Europe, they won't be able to reinforce them, and that's a huge deal. Mostly I'll fight Austria, I believe, in the continuation of the war. So it's gonna be interesting. I think at this very moment, it's a close call. I think they have a slight advantage in the Persian war, that is this war. But I think I also have a slight advantage in my war. They added a cut down to size, so I cannot lose this war. At all costs, I just need to, whatever happens, I can't lose that war. That is the point. Basically sacrifice everything, because if I get cut down to size, that means 5 years of no money, no army. Basically, I think I'm prevented from building anything. Actually, it might not be the case. I think with one cut down to size, you only lose 50% of your army, I believe. Is it 100%? I'm not sure. Does it say here? Offer peace. Yeah, 50% of their forces, and I have to pay 25% of tax income for 5 years. That would destroy me completely. So that's probably worse than losing Venice or even South Tyrol. So I can't afford to lose that war. We'll see. Session is today, again, 7 PM European time, Central European time, or 1 PM Eastern Standard Time. So I'll of course be live streaming that, so see you, have fun.